Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I am Chris, the gaming casual. We are meeting Anju in this episode. To start off, she is telling us about how she received a message from Cafe and that she wants us to send a letter back to him. And this quest line is kind of convoluted and hard to follow. Definitely something as a child I wasn't able to do on my own. I always had to have my older brother help me. And it is kind of, one of those quests that take the whole 3-day cycle to accomplish, and it leads you right up to the very end. I do not think we'll be able to do the whole thing. I am trying to just get the Keaton mask from this so that we can get a heart piece from solving the Keaton puzzles. In this episode, I am doing a little bit of editing just to cut down on time. I went to North Clocktown to save that old lady, and I didn't want to have you see that again since I did it twice already in this Let's Play. So we are here at Romani Ranch, ready to take on the aliens that have been causing issues for Romani the last couple years on the carnival night, or the day before the carnival. They come down on a beam of light, and I was watching a YouTube video about what these guys are, just to get a little bit of information. And apparently they are supposed to be aliens. Even though the Bomber's Notebook says that they're ghosts, they are inspired by alien activity and UFO phenomenon that was popular or going around in Japan at the time, or at least something around those lines. When I do this side quest, I just like to stand on this box, and you can get a good view of the whole property from there. Keep an eye on your mini-map while you're doing this, and you can see the little squares that are moving. Those are the ghosts, or the aliens, and you just make sure that you pay attention to that mini-map. That way none of them can sneak up on you. That dog allegedly kind of points to the closest to one. So he'll bark at the closest one to the house. I guess that's how he works, but I don't really ever follow that dog. I know when you're doing the practice session, when she's like training you to do it, you're running around on your horse, but I never do that anymore. I used to do that when I played this game as a kid, because I thought that was the way you had to do it, but I always had more trouble, and this event is a lot harder when you do it that way, because you're riding on your horse and it's hard to aim the bow on a moving platform while other objects are moving around. So it's better just to be stationary, and I know there's a lot more people who do it this way than riding Epona around. It lasts until about 5:30, I believe, and it can seem like it takes a while. If you run out of arrows, the box I'm standing on, if you break it open, there's some more arrows under there. So if you're not a very good shot like I am, come in with a full quiver, and just remember those arrows are underneath that box. And we completed it. Not too hard, not too bad. I did a little bit more editing after this little bit here because I wanted to talk to Crimea before I left, and even though it wasn't a lot, I wanted to keep the video under 20 minutes, so I just cut out the little bit of wait time there is between after this little cutscene here and the dawn of the first day, or the second day. So we'll just go straight into the dawn of the second day, and I'm going to talk to Crimea. I think you have to talk to her to start the second part of the quest, where she wants you to meet her here to get a ride into Clocktown, where you can get a mask to enter into the barn, or not the barn, but the milk bar, the one that I showed you the other episode ago. So you just talk to her, and they're talking about how Romani wants to go into town with her, and she has to stay behind because the cows will be by themselves if she's not here. Even though she didn't really do a whole lot to protect him the day before, I don't know, I feel like it'd probably be safer to take her with you, but who knows. I guess, though, since Crimea never saw the aliens, she didn't know what happened, and it seems like Romani kind of keeps it a secret as best as she can because she didn't even want her sister to know that she was out there. Because they were trying to do it before, she was trying to get back in the house before her sister woke up. So I wonder if that's just something she keeps a secret to alleviate any kind of stress off her sister. And now we're going to... now that we got the 4th bottle, we can finally go and get those Zora eggs from the Pirate's Fortress. This is something I was holding off because I like to have all 4 bottles, just because it makes it easier. You don't have to go back and forth. When I was young, playing this game, I always had 3 bottles to do this quest because I didn't know how to get the 4th bottle or a 4th bottle until, like, you know, many years later. When I was playing the HD remake, I started learning, oh, there's a lot more stuff about this game I didn't even know. I didn't know you could get 6 bottles in this game. But the HD remake makes it a lot easier to find stuff, I think, because of where everything is. And just the book, the Bomber's book in that game has a lot more information of who needs help. I don't think there's just 20 entries, I think there's more entries in there, so it definitely helps you keep track of all the side quests. Hitch a ride on the boat here, steam engine or motorboat, and make sure you get yourself a snap of these ladies. You need it to show the sea fisherman guy in that little hut on the beach, so you can get a seahorse from him who will help lead the way to Pinnacle Rock, which is the next portion of this quest here, to get the remainder of the 3 Zora eggs, because there's 4 in the Pirate's Fortress, but you're going to want to get the other 3. I'm not 100% sure if we'll be able to get into... Well, we'll definitely be able to get into the Water Temple, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete the Water Temple in this 3-day cycle. That's kind of my goal, but if is it reasonable? I'm not sure, because I also need to complete the mini game for the couples gallery mini game today and on the 3rd day, and as well as I need to, at 2 o'clock this day, need to get to Cafe's house when the mailman delivers that letter. That's the only time you can get in there, when he's distracted getting the letter from the mailman. So that's at 2 o'clock on the 2nd day. And then, you know, maybe the 3rd final day, I might be able to get into the Water Temple, but I'm kind of thinking I might have to do it on another cycle. So we'll see. It just depends on how long it takes to defeat the Water Temple. I haven't done it in a while, so this cutscene we've seen already. The last time when I was here to get the hook shot. Nothing really changes about it, but it does trigger again. I don't know if you guys want to watch it, but I figured I'd keep it in just because it's the part of the story of the Pirate Fortress. And I guess they are under the impression that there's some secret treasure in the Water Temple and they need the Zora eggs to unlock it. Which is true, but I don't know what they... Unless they're after the ice arrows, because there is really no treasure other than that mask. All that's over there is death. At least for them, because I don't think they'd be interested in going through the whole trouble of solving the dungeon, and nobody likes the water temples anyway, so... But they are pirates, maybe they have a soft spot for the Water Temple. So you're just going to shoot your arrow through these bars and knock down that hornet's nest so that it chases all them ladies out of there. I feel like they could have killed those things, but for the sake of the game and the story and the plot, they're gonna run out of there, so you can get in there and get their treasure, and as well as the Zora egg that is in that saltwater tank. Make sure you wear your stone mask while you're in here, because it makes this whole section a lot easier. I remember never getting the stone mask for this area until after. But in the 3D remake, the stone mask, you find it in this pirate's fortress, so it's kind of hard not to have it. Because they did move where the masks were. At least some of them. At least, especially the stone mask. So you just gotta watch out for that razor clam and get out of there. I don't really take time to fight most things. I don't really like to fight most monsters if I don't have to. Especially since I'm trying to keep the videos under 20 minutes. I like to just get in and out as fast as I can. Because, you know, you don't get points or anything for killing monsters in this game, so there's no point to killing every single thing you see on screen. Hookshot to your way up there, and you come in through this little hallway, and you can observe that they are able to actually, they follow you with their eyes, but they don't actually stop you, so as long as you're wearing that stone mask. It doesn't fool these guys though. You still have to fight them. She's wearing orange colored pants and bra and I don't know, a top I guess. Nice color scheme. As you see, my sword fighting skills aren't very good. I use my face as a shield. That's usually my strategy. Just let them wail on my face and then I get an opening to hit them. This tank is kind of annoying because there's a bunch of bonefish in there, so I usually get my bomb mask and blow up as many as I'm able to. That makes quick work of some of them. It doesn't kill that big one in there, and it's giving me a little bit of issue because I keep running into the damn thing. But you kill it quick enough, and you get down into that tank. I really hate how there's only 3 spots to put active items. I really wish they would have used the D-pad for some of the buttons, because the D-pad doesn't the D-pad isn't being used a lot for anything else. I tried to open that chest, but I accidentally surfaced instead. You never know when a 20 rupees is going to come in handy. I think that's one of the bad things about this and Ocarina of Time is the inventory is going in and out of the inventory. Other Zelda games have that same problem though, so it isn't unique to this game. Shoot, when I played Link's Awakening for the first time, I played Link's Awakening for the first time like maybe 3 years ago on the original one but I played it on the 3DS, like I guess their virtual console for that. And I loved Link's Awakening. Don't get me wrong, it was a great game, but it did get annoying having to go back and forth with your inventory. And the worst thing about that game is that your sword isn't it doesn't just have a button like this game does. You have to equip your sword too. So if you want to use your sword, you have to move it into your equipped spot. And you only have 2 slots for items to be used. They made it a little bit better in the remake of the Link's Awakening because they gave you a little bit more space, but still, inventory manipulation's not so good in Zelda games. You're gonna fight this lady. She's got purple clothes. I don't know if the order in which you fight them changes the color of their clothes. I kind of wonder if I would have gone in here first if her clothes would have been orange, or if it's always purple over here. I don't think they are any harder or easier to kill or to defeat. I feel like the not the Gerudo pirates, but the Gerudo guards in the Ocarina of Time were a little bit more challenging. Especially since they could spin attack move you and well, he did like the spin attack where like they lunged at you and it sent you back into the little jail cell that he had. Fortunately enough, in that game, when they sent you to the jail cell, they didn't take any of your items, so you were easily able to escape. Look at that razor clam. I think that's what it's called, a razor clam. I could be wrong. I'm notorious for naming these things the wrong, or giving the wrong names to them, saying the wrong name. Because, you know, I don't need to remember the names of enemies. But it's something I should probably do, since it does bother certain viewers if you don't use the proper nomenclature for the creatures. Alright, so you're just gonna hook shot your way up again. This is the fourth and final Zora egg I'm after in this pirate's fortress. It is much of the same. You just go through this little bit of maze with your stone mask. You don't have to worry about anyone talking to you, attacking you. You still have to fight one last lady in here. She has green on, so she matches with you. That's kind of cool. Just wait for the opening. I only took 2 slices to get her this time. I don't know. I feel like they get easier as I fought them, not harder. So I wonder if there's a certain order, or if it's just luck, or maybe I got a good hit on her. I don't know if the way I used my sword hurt her more than the other ones I used my sword on. I know that Master Swordsman taught you a couple moves, and I kind of wonder how much damage each one does, like the thrust and the jump cut and things like that, if they have different damage. Like if they deal different amount of damages. Get your final bottle out so you can grab this sucker. And you're just gonna try not to die by that razor clam. And you're gonna get out of there as fast as you can. You can use the Song of Soaring in here so you don't have to go outside. There are some areas where you can't use a Song of Soaring or any songs on the inside when you're inside, so I don't know what it is, but I feel like it doesn't always activate the first time I do it. I have to do it like, play that riff like 3 times. And off we go! And here we are, back to the Great Bay Marine Biologist Lab. I don't know what he is. It's some kind of lab. It looks like a hook, a pirate's hook. And that guy has a goat face. Look at his face. And I know he's from Ocarina of Time, but why does he have to have a face like that? It's creepy. The thing gives you nightmares. Climb up here to on top of the saltwater tank. And it is easier if you take your mask off first. That way you can equip a egg to that slot. And you're just gonna dump the eggs out. It takes a while for them to plop all the way down to the bottom, so it's kind of annoying to watch, but I'll let you guys watch it. Well, in the next episode, I'm going to go back to doing normal commentary. This has been post-commentary. I like to do the post-commentary. But, you know, I think the next episode calls for normal me getting behind the camera or the microphone and recording and playing at the same time. I don't think there's going to be anything that I'm going to need to focus too hard on. So thanks for watching this episode of my Let's Play. Like, comment, subscribe, and tune in next time.